creatures of all kind, and welcome to Whimplash, the horror movie podcast where each week two seasoned genre fanatics introduce their yellow-bellied best friend to the wonderful world of horror movies. I am one of said horror movie aficionados. My name is Zach, and as ever, I am joined by a man who exploits the fears of others for his own personal gain. It's horror movie fanatic John Grizzly.
Hello, everybody.
Grizzly, how are you today?
I'm fantastic this evening. Feel a little bit sick, but that's maybe what feels best on me.
Why are you feeling a bit sick? What's going on?
I ate the wrong food.
Oh, no. I don't need to know any more about that. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to tell you the right food either.
We had him on like probiotic elder food, but we put him back on the go cat, and now he's doing bloody stools.
Oh no, I've got like the muscular, like posh cat food now. Buff Sheba.
Buff Sheba, oh yes, we're back in. And that other voice you heard is a man who gives quarter-price comfort to half-price truck drivers. It's our very own little horror movie wimp, Willy Webborn.
Hello, my silky, not slimy, not floaty, nor in a bathtub boys.
Ah, how are you today, my good boy?
Shemaiowa.
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 Beautiful, beautiful. Now, before we get into tonight's feature presentation, for the new listeners, a little rundown of what the show entails. Each week, we spin the movie Wheel of Doom, a comprehensive list of the best and worst horror movies put together by myself and my main man, Mr. John Grizzly. And whatever movie it lands on, we subject Willy Webborn, a man who openly hates horror films, to watch. He won't do any research. He won't even look at a poster, let alone see who stars in it. And then we get him on the podcast to give his honest goddamn opinions of how the movie made him feel. Of course, horror movies have sensitive subject matter, and we are going to discuss those themes. And of course, we're talking movies, so spoilers.
Spoilers!
And without any further ado, I will put the floor over to our main man, Mr. Grizzly, to introduce tonight's film.
I'm the main man this evening. You've called me that several times.
I've been drinking.
Ah, that's why.
Nothing mean about you, mate.
I'm going to mainline horror into your veins, you scumbag.
Nice.
Plug you into the mains.
Give me that mainline treatment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at what I think is the first of our spoopy cinematic universe films. It's 2013's The Conjuring, directed by the great James Wan and starring Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as far more attractive and far less full of shit versions of the real-life pair of paranormal PIs, Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Boo!
We'll get to that. I first heard of this film when a friend from work said it was being touted as the scariest film of all time. Now, I was dubious, and upon watching the film, I was proven right as always. Now, that's not to say that this is a bad or a tame film. It definitely has some fantastic scares, but did I give our wimp a good lashing, or will he banish his fears to the void again? Mr. Webbs, how did you feel about The Conjuring?
Oh, that was a tale of two films, but throughout it was a scary film. The first half of that film being a very tense, scary session of noises going around, and
yeah, it's really creepy when they move into a house, isn't it?
Yeah, I felt once the Warrens got involved, it was a tale of now they're fighting it, but I had that first where it was unrelentless fucking haunting.
So, I mean, just to talk about noises out of the gate, this film is readily thrown about as a jump scare factory.
Oh, yeah, and absolutely.
During this watch, I made a tally chart of not all of the jump scares, but all of the loud noise jump scares where a big noise happens to shake you out of your seat. I recorded 12, and given that we have a 112-minute runtime, that means there is a loud jump scare every 9.3 minutes in this movie.
No wonder I felt like I was having a fucking heart attack. Jesus Christ.
This is what I mean, the film is so dull and boring that it needs to every now and again just go, ah! Just to like...
So, jumping in one point, the point that made me jump out my fucking skin on the loudest noise, I think of all. Which was the loudest noise for you that you think made me jump out of my skin?
Do you want to guess first, Grizzly?
No, you go first.
I'm going to say all of the paintings and pictures falling down the stairs.
That's a clumsy ghost, I thought, just wandering around. Oops. Because I've done that.
Slab.
I have pictures all along my staircase, and every now and then I knock one down being the big oaf that I am. So that was a clumsy bloody ghost.
I want to say he was right. I jumped out of my fucking
It was that,
skin.
was it?
Oh my God. That.
Good guess.
That was so
hell.
loud, because I don't know
was
if you boys watched
unexpected.
it with headphones on as well, but fucking hell, I hit the roof on that one.
Oh, I didn't have the headphones on for this one. I was just watching on the telly.
No, I was watching on the sofa with Iz, and I was just like, she came with moral support.
You're not allowed moral support. No hand holding.
You're not allowed to do
fairy
research,
lights.
and you're not allowed a wife.
There's no handle that I'm firmly holding my pillow over my face.
So we haven't done I say a segment. It's something we've loosely done in the beginning of the last 2 episodes. Have you made notes of what Webborn assumed The Conjuring would be about based off the title alone?
Something to do with me working in a DVD shop and seeing the cover of a building in sepia.
You're not far off. What you said is cabins are in sepia tone.
Yes.
That is what you said about this film, and we cut you off before you said any more. And you know what? Yeah.
It wasn't the house I saw in my head.
No? Were you thinking of a particular house with like a sort of almost domed roof and 2 like triangular windows?
I could probably see. What's that horror film with all
I can tell you know which one I'm talking about there, Zach.
Is it perchance the Amityville house?
It is
another
indeed.
real house haunting that the fucking Warrens had little to do with, but made so much fucking money off of. Oh, God.
We'll get into it.
It's too early for me to start losing my shit over the Warrens.
Oh, so I bet you've written War and Peace about this, haven't you?
Boo.
Yes, come on.
But we should be careful saying that, because that's what ghosts say, and it might upset Webborn.
Oh, spooky boy.
So out of the gate, obviously I can imagine you don't know much about these films, but this opens with, unfortunately, a iconic modern horror character, a very close-up face of Annabelle.
How did you feel about the doll, Webbs? Do you enjoy the doll?
I think it was the first line of the film was, "It started out small," talking about Annabelle, and that's the name of your autobiography, Chris.
It started out small.
Yeah.
I wasn't born this size.
I fucking hope not, your poor mother.
A man mountain bursting forth. You don't want that
I
happening.
always wondered why she was constantly in the splits.
She's tiny. She's a small
My mum
little,
is literally
small little
about-
Scottish lady. I can't do it. That was Irish. Fucking accents.
My mother is not a leprechaun.
Is she not? What the
Not
fuck
anymore.
is she doing at the end of that rainbow?
Why is she married to Christopher Lee? What the fuck?
She is married to Christopher Lee, that is true.
Why is she constantly trying to kill Jennifer Aniston?
Someone has to. Christ, did you see the last series of Friends? Right, enough of that.
So I think the scariest thing about that whole Annabelle sequence at the beginning of the film isn't necessarily the spooks and the scares and the jump scares. It's the wooden acting.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fair play to, I don't know the actresses and actors' names, the 3 nurses who were recounting their, apparently, again, based off real-life experiences with the Annabelle doll, but it's surprising anyone else stuck through the movie just based off those opening 5 minutes.
This is an audio medium, but I have to point out how hard my eyes rolled, and how my eyes hurt a little bit from that.
Just like Foley, some marbles rolling across the table, and just add that in.
That'll do. Perfect. Yeah, Annabelle. What did you think of Anna? Because I'm not sure how much you know about this, Webbs, because obviously you don't do research.
No, so same as the Warrens, and we've mentioned their names before. We are avid listeners to last podcast, so I've always avoided listening to the paranormal on those episodes.
Oh, you coward. They're great.
Yeah, but that's it. I am a coward. I'm a fucking wimpy twat.
All right, Wimplash.
So, yeah, like, I don't really think I've listened to the Warrens episodes other than to know they are the Warrens. And the Haunted Dolls, yes, I know who Annabelle is, and all fucking Haunted Dolls should go to hell.
Do you know what the real Annabelle doll looks like?
I would never find out, thank you.
It looks fuck all like this when they've really done a much better job making this a creepy fucking doll.
Don't care.
I'll send you a picture of it later and you won't be freaked out at all.
No, I'm not going to... No, don't you... No.
No, yes?
No, I don't want to see it, because there's one way you look at a photo.
No.
It's not Robert the doll. You're not going to get
Robert! Nope.
it's literally a Raggedy Ann doll.
That's all it is, yeah. It's fucking shit. It's
I don't
rubbish.
fucking care. Didn't like Annabelle.
Do you like Randy Andy either? No, not Randy Andy. That's a different
He
guy.
doesn't like Randy Andy, but we told you we wouldn't talk about that on the podcast. Not what Randy Andy did. Not what he did to my boy. So if we're jumping in early in the film and the Warrens' haunted collection of memorabilia, the room they had of haunted souvenirs from their times as paranormal fucking pundits, why isn't there a Conjuring movie about the haunted samurai?
I wanted to know this too. In their menagerie of bullshit, that's probably the most interesting looking artifact they've got.
It's fucking up front in so many shots.
I need to see the haunted samurai, goddammit.
What possesses it? Yeah, that would be a good one.
That'd be a fun one. You'd have Japanese horror, which is fantastic.
Sell it. Sell the idea. Sell
James
the idea.
Wan, if you're listening, and you fucking better be, make a haunted samurai.
No, to an actual Asian filmmaker who will actually make it fucking scary as well.
Are you telling me, man, James Wan is not Asian?
Most probably, yeah, they got fucked up there. Didn't take notice of his name. I don't look at these. I don't know. You say the director's names, and I don't really go like, oh shit, James Wan. Oh, right.
He's not Paul fucking Blart, horror director. It's James Wan.
I'm sorry, just James Cameron, James Wan, they're all the same.
But fair play to James Wan. Hats off to our boy. He has done some sterling work in horror. Nothing that is, in my opinion, particularly terrifying, but he has moved the cultural horror needle a few times. Comes out of the gate with Saw. Boom, the horror landscape is firmly pointed on the torture porn gore trend for years. As that starts getting old, Insidious, Conjuring back to back, all of a sudden haunted houses are all the thing, and the spookiest, scariest thing he ever managed to put on film is a genuinely entertaining Aquaman movie. How the fuck did he pull that off? I don't know how.
I quite liked it, and I hate to admit
that.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, it's
with
pretty
Jason
good.
Momoa?
Yeah.
Never seen it. Oh, all right, there you go. Thank you.
Don't watch the sequel.
I'll watch your sequel.
God, was there a sequel?
I'm afraid so. I'm so sorry. I thought you could go through life not knowing this.
Did he also do Insidious?
He did. Inside Us.
That's the one with the man who pokes out from behind the head and goes like...
That's right. Red Dennis Penis turns up.
That's it.
It's the one where with all the Mighty Boosh jump scares.
Wait, have you seen this one then, Webbs? Have you seen Insidious?
Yeah.
You have? Oh, I was going to add that to the list at some point.
I'm so glad. I never, ever want to watch that film again. Not because it was scary, more because, like this, I noticed actually in The Conjuring, James Wan has a great eye for directing, and he does a lot of good shaky cam work. But did you notice, I know in Insidious and this, there's a few points where it feels like the motion blur just got turned up all the fucking way.
Yeah, I picked up on that, yeah.
Super, I don't know what it is, if it's just like a cut between two different shots to tie them together, but there's just a couple of moments that are almost nauseating with how wobbly they look.
He does have some interesting kind of like, almost Sam Raimi-esque kind of flippy camera shots. I quite enjoyed that. Like towards the end where everything's going fucking mental in the house, there's a shot where people are running up the stairs and it's kind of starts upside down and follows something out the house. That's it. Interesting camera work. Very Sam Raimi-esque, and I enjoyed that.
There was a Sam Raimi-esque shot that I noticed where it's just a static shot up the staircase and they're stood at the stairs from the spooky basement. But it's at such a tilted angle or a Dutch angle where I was like, that is textbook Sam Raimi.
I was going to start talking about creepy staircases. We should probably let our listeners know that we've created our own little WIMPLASH bingo. So we've got a few checked off on this one. Did either of you two play along?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of course.
All right, are we going to start out? I
think we should.
Let's put a fucking stinger in. There's going to be some music right now.
Whiplash Bingo.
Welcome to Whiplash Bingo. Get your cards ready because we're about to talk stereotypes in spooky movies. Now, gentlemen, I will go down the list of recurring themes that we've noticed in the last 8 movies that we've watched now. And you give me a shout out if you noticed any. The first being the classic, a woman not touching the ground.
Ding, ding. Which woman, though?
Well, there's just a few floaty birds.
Oh, yeah, there was loads of floaty birds. She was floaty in a chair. She was floaty upside down in a chair.
I did have a really bad moment where the first time, you know the scene where Ed and Lorraine are in the garden and he's talking to her and she gets really shocked woman. And you see the feet behind. I was like, a woman not touching the ground. And then they pan out and it's just someone hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
Does that count? Is that paranormal enough?
Counts.
Yeah,
brilliant. That counts. There was a floaty woman.
She's not touching the ground.
Yeah, she was the first one in the film.
She was the floatiest of women. So that's the bit where Vera Farmiga is doing an impression of my cat.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Farmiga.
No.
You call it Farmiga.
Farmiga. Parmigia Farigiano.
Moving swiftly on. I wonder if either of you noticed this in the movie, a spooky staircase.
Absolutely. Yep. Ding for that one. Yeah, here it is. How did you feel about that one, Webbs? Do you like that little clappy?
Fuck no. The first one in the cupboard. The cupboard door just opening. The second one, it's from downstairs. No, don't enjoy that. What a stupid fucking game that is. Blind clappy clap hide and seek.
I was going to ask, have either of you ever heard of that before this movie?
No, sounds fucking idiotic.
Especially when you see Lily Taylor, blindfolded, walk into the banister. She could have quite easily gone over that, and then there'd be another fucking ghost in the house.
That one would have touched the floor way too quick in this film.
Moving swiftly on to our next bingo call, we have a bath scene.
I don't think there was in this one, was there?
No.
See, I am going to take a technicality on this because the main spooky ghost is called Bathsheba.
Oh, no, that doesn't count. No way.
That's a pretty spooky bath.
What, the witch is called Bathsheba?
She's called Bathsheba.
And she was bath shit insane.
But there's a bath in the film, technically?
Technically, the bingo call is taking a bath at an inappropriate time. Because it's normally when someone is in the middle of a spooky scenario, having a bath, because what makes you feel more dirty than being scared?
Could you not call the possession like being bathed of a spirit?
No, that's weaker than me pointing out Bathsheba.
I didn't see any relevant bathtubs. Oh, no, the closest we got was probably her being sick after being sicked on.
I don't think that counts, just because she was in the bathroom.
Or the girl floating through the pond. Is she having a nice bath? You know, the Warren's daughter.
Nah, that's not a bath.
She looked like she's having a nice bath under the water.
When you're swimming in a lake, does that count as a bath?
When your face is facing up in the water with your eyes open.
So you count swimming backstroke as having a bath?
Depends if I shower before I go in or not.
Olympic bathing, is that a thing?
Chlorine wash?
Chlorine wash, like American chickens.
Moving swiftly on to our next bingo call. Unfortunately, I don't think this is one that we got. A hospital for sad people.
No hospital for sad people in this one.
No, we had a house full of them.
Plenty of sad people all around, but no hospital.
We did, however, have, I feel personally, a slimy mum.
See, I've got written down gunky mum, and I was going to say we had a chunky mum.
All right, so which one was the slimy mum?
Slimy mum was Lorraine Warren, because the fucking antics those actual people got up to, exploiting the fears and faiths of scared, vulnerable people for their own fucking personal gain, is the slimiest fucking thing you can ever do, is my Agreed. Slimy mum. Gunky mum is when Lily Taylor got spewed on her mouth by Bathsheba.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that counts.
Can anybody top the slimy gunky mums?
I just realised what you said about Mrs. Warren and your hatred for the Warrens, right? Yeah. I didn't like... Right, so this was a thing about... Did I dislike the actor who played her or the person being portrayed? Because I don't know if I like that actress.
Vera Farmiga? I said it right this time.
Vera Farmiga?
Fuck you.
Boys, I'm feeling a lot of tenseness in this episode. I think we should loosen up.
Fuck off with the tenseness.
If you don't like Vera Farmiga in acting, I would not recommend listening to her band. That's all I'm going to say.
She's got a band?
She's in a metal band, and personally, I don't like them.
What are they called? I need to check this out.
I got a good band name out of this, but it kind of rips off another band name.
The Yagers, they're called.
The Yagers. It was Kamikaze Dead Necking Birds. Because that's what they were doing by fight.
See, I also got a good band name out of this. Unsanctioned Exorcism.
Very good.
That's good.
Very
That's
good.
In fact, I text two guys who I'm currently starting a death metal project with, like, I think I found our name.
Let's go back to the bingo. What are we bingoing?
A series of bastardly men.
Oh, there's definitely that one.
There's a few bastardly men in this. Now, which ones would you say are bastardly men? Because obviously, Ed fucking Warren.
Yeah.
It's not all Lorraine. Ed's a fuckhead as well.
I don't think Officer Brad is a bastardly man.
He does open the door in the most cop-like way. Doesn't try the fucking doorknob, he just shoots it with a shotgun.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah, that was...
No, I don't think a bastardly man.
There weren't really any. I mean, not like in Poltergeist when they're lusting over the teenage daughter. There wasn't much of that in this.
Well, it depends how old the
I don't know how old the older daughter was.
Are you talking about the romantic interest scene where he goes, UV light, it's far out? And she goes, it's pretty groovy. And we're like, we know, it's in the 70s. The soundtrack has told us this already.
So, no, I don't think... I want there to be more bingo cards, but there's not.
There's two more. We've got two more. And again, this is going to evolve as the podcast goes on. We'll see more themes and we can add them on. Unfortunately, neither of these have cropped up. Nobody got their head keithed in.
No keithing, no.
And for new listeners, that is when, shout out to Barbarian, you get your head pulverized into a soup, and nobody got slip knotted, where they had fingers pushed into their eyes.
To be fair, that would have... Actually, no, I was about to say we could have given it a higher rating, but a little fun fact for you. This film got an R rating on release, despite there being very little gore, no nudity, not much swearing either. It was just because it's a scary fucking film it got an R rating.
Did it actually?
It actually did, yeah.
Fucking
Which
hell.
tells me Americans are fucking wimps.
I'll go live there then. There's a lot more ghosts in America. I do believe
Bigger
that.
place, I guess.
Although our buildings are older and our streets are older. Fuck you, America. You built it on the wrong land.
They moved the graveyard, not the bodies.
Well, you mentioned Poltergeist already. Did you guys get the feeling that the middle third of this film, the second act, had strong Poltergeist vibes when it was all of the investigators in the house setting up their Scooby-Doo contraptions trying to catch ghosts?
I got a lot of kind of... There was obviously James Wan knows his stuff. I felt there was a lot of like love letters to both Poltergeist and The Exorcist, two of the classic films we've watched in this podcast so far. There's probably others there, but because we watched those two so recently, I was picking up on those quite a bit.
Does that make... who's our favourite lady from Poltergeist?
Zelda Rubinstein.
Zelda Rubinstein.
Does that make Mrs. Warren her? Because she's... Yeah, I knew that would upset you a bit.
I genuinely would have creamed my shorts if you're a family who could turn around and went, this house is clean.
10 out of 10 film. If they go with that.
Oh, I miss her. She was... Anyway, yeah. So, would that make her Mrs. Warren?
Yes.
Because she sees the entities.
I guess, yeah. She's the psychic, and Ed's the... I want to go into this now. Fuck it. We're doing it. Ed Warren... They glazed him so fucking hard in this film, for fuck's sake.
I mean, the first glazing is the casting.
I was going to say, does he really look like that?
No, fuck no.
Have you actually seen the Warrens, Webborn?
Once again, going back to maybe on a cover in a thing from last podcast, but I haven't looked at them out.
They look like if Gone Off Potatoes had spent their lives scamming people.
They were not beautiful people like this. Like, they weren't the attractive stars that we see in this film and other films in the series.
I don't know if you will get the reference, Grizzly, but in my notes, and I know Webborn will get this because we watched this film together, I did put, how is Patrick Wilson's character in Hard Candy more likeable than this one?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Spoilers, he plays a paedophile.
Yeah, there we go.
I blocked that out for a very long time, that film. Like, when you bring it up, I forget that I watched that film. Thank God.
When you bring it up, you forget that I forced you to watch that film. But Grizzly, you were telling us more about the fuckhead Warrens.
Oh, fuck, the glazing in this film. Obviously, the truck driver, I forgot the name of the actor. I always call him...
Office Space.
Not Lewis Spears. Office Space. We'll just call him Office Space for now.
Ron Livingston.
But he's a fantastic actor. He's in loads of good stuff. Everything I've seen him in, he's fantastic in. He is obviously the distraught father, and he's completely eclipsed by Ed Warren be this hero. He even comes out just like, oh, what's happening with that, the Chevy? Oh, I'll fix that. It was like, oh, I'm just going to fix that fucking Chevy for you. Fuck off, Ed. You're already here, taking over as head of the family, exorcising the demons, and now, I'll just fix your car for you as well, mate.
It was the most emasculating fucking thing in the world, because he has that line where he speaks to Lorraine, jokingly going, we should help out around here. He goes, yeah, maybe I'll have a look at the Chevy. And then he's like, hey, Pipsqueak, pass me a wrench.
Yeah. Oh, I just went down the truck. I did the shit that you couldn't do. Give me that wrench, boy.
I like your house. Can I have your house? At the right fucking price. Right, so we have the full escape. They have nowhere to go. They are a massive fucking family of 7 who have just put everything they own into this fucking house.
A fucking massive, beautiful fucking house, by the way, with a lake and some gigantic bloody trees.
I would be fucking gutted.
Oh, fucking right, yeah. If I had that lovely house, everything... Haunted, by the way. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That actor who plays the dad, love him. He Band of Brothers for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy to see him in the film.
Ron Livingston's fucking brilliant. As I say, whenever I see him, I just think Office Space, because just the scene of him and the boys smashing up the printer in a fit of unbridled rage. Why didn't they just do that to Bathsheba? Just take her out the back and fucking give the old baseball bat treatment.
If they had played the Ghetto Boys still while battering the possessed Lily Taylor, I would have pissed myself.
Not Lily Taylor.
Film.
Lily Taylor is a saint. Bathsheba.
Oh, sorry, yes, Bathsheba.
Bathsheba killed the dog.
Oh, right.
Yo.
Okay, well, if we're bringing that up, I think it's about fucking time that we jump into the worst yet. Ice Z's body count. Now, gentlemen, will you join me in a moment of reflection, a moment of sorrow, and a moment of appreciation for the brief, wondrous life of Sadie the dog?
Bow, wow, wow. Yippee-yo. Yippee-yay.
In a film that has very little death, we have 2, count them, 2 on-screen fatalities, and they're both fucking animals. You got Sadie the dog, dead in her prime. They should have just listened to her in the first place when she didn't want to go in the house. If I am ever with an animal and the animal is acting shifty, listen to the animal. They are preternaturally tuned into that shit. They know what's going on. And then to follow it up, you get a pigeon just fucking whip-necking into the wall and having a twitchy little death. Worst body count, bummed me out, didn't want to do it, but it's an on-running segment.
I've recently... The dog that I grew up with, my cousin's dog, has been put down, so I know the feeling of a dog being missing.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
sorry to hear, man. R.I.P. to a real one.
Flobs.
Flobs.
Pour some out for Flobs.
Flobs.
Pouring out for Flobs. R.I.P.
Great
So
name, by the
to
way.
see Sadie gone in this film, I was fucking whatever, chip sandwich, whatever her name is. I've forgotten her name.
Chip sandwich, Bathsheba chip sandwich.
I don't know. It's one that's stuck in my head.
It may as well be. It's such a silly demonic
Do we
name.
really only get 2 fucking kills in this film?
Yeah, both animals. Well, like, we've watched some pretty nasty films, or some films at least with nasty streaks so far, with much higher and much more elaborate body counts. And this, it just fucked me off, because it's like the 6th note I made is, fuck, they killed the dog.
The one saving grace is it happens so early. They get it out the way. So I'm not watching the rest of the film going like, leave the fucking dog alone. Leave that dog alone. Don't you fucking dare. Because I will do that in any film where there is an animal. Mama, with the other little sausage dog.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to the dog. In fact, the dog gets forgotten about all the way through. But the first time I watched it, I was like, I hope nothing happens to that dog. Nothing better happen to that fucking dog.
Talk to me. Fucking great. The only thing that happened to the dog is that it pulls.
Right, going into the haunting in this film. I've got something on Ed Warren that I'd like to... We'll go back to him again because he's such a bastardly little...
Series of bastardly men. We don't have a series of them. We have An Bastardly Man.
He's a bastardly man in a series. He's in plenty of these.
There we go.
Do you know what?
A series, bastardly man.
Yeah. Do you know what I've learnt from the previous film? I think it was last week's film. I learnt the signs of a possession, and that being cold rooms. Cold rooms are a bad place. The lingering smell, the funky smell.
Smell of rotting meat.
Yeah, right. So what is that smell, do you reckon? Because they describe it as, you farted in my room, when the legs are getting tugged and all that shit. I don't like that. I didn't enjoy that.
Well, later on, when the mum, who's now possessed by Bathsheba, takes the girls back to the house, they're like, Dad, Mum just took the kids and fucked off. She smells of rotting meat.
That's my favourite line in the whole fucking movie. It's just so, and it's delivered with such earnestness. They said she took the kids and that she smelt like rotten meat. Like, fucking...
Of all the things to notice, Mum's acting weird. She's taking the kids away. Oh, and she smells a bit. The fuck?
If she'd just taken the kids for a drive, they'd be fine. It's the fact that she left, like, fucking... smelt like day-old hamburgers.
She was burping all over us and farting a fucking storm. Something's all right there with Ma'am.
3:07 a.m. I knew when that, it reminds me of the Paranormal Activity times. Granted, they were more random. This was like whenever I noticed a clock. Not a good thing, but then it just became often.
But did you notice why they stopped at 3:07?
That's when she hung herself, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
Yeah, 3:07.
I love that you get that exposition dump with Lorraine Warren that she explains everything you need to know for the final act of the movie, but her exact wordage is very close to, and then she killed her baby, ran outside and said, I love Satan, and hung herself.
in that order. I love Satan. Off she goes.
One of the worst things for me as it going into the sleepy leg tugs. Didn't enjoy those. They gave me horrible. But then when she was woke up and someone was in the corner and she was staring into the corner of the room, that was, for me, that was when I was tensest most watching this film, to be honest.
Tensest. Good.
Tenseness.
The tenseness was just palpable. So I wanted to actually dig into that because that is one that I do have noted down as one of the more palatable and effective scare sequences is when, I believe, is it Nancy and Christine, the two sisters sharing a bedroom, because you get some earlier leg tugs with Nancy going, nah, leave me alone, you bastard. A very young Joey King, one of my least favourite working actresses.
I've got her in my notes as the patron saint of bad films.
Yep.
Have you got a list of which ones she's in?
Kissing Booth 1 and 2.
One, 2 and 3. The Uglies is on my list too. Wish Upon, which I haven't seen. I'm thinking of putting that on here as an April Fool's one.
But that scene, though, when she gets her leg all fucking joiked, she looks under the bed. That, I think, was so effective because it plays on a real palpable childhood fear that I'm sure everyone has shared at some point, where being a child in a dark room, your frontal lobe isn't fully developed and you're not really comprehending that, oh shit, something scary might be happening. And I think they did that really fucking well. And
it's very effective.
And that's why I think it's so upsetting that this film does get railed as a jump scare factory, because it does have some really effective horror.
The cupboard, this is where I hide. That cupboard is fucking horrible.
Did you like spooky Bathsheba just on top, I'm going to jump at you now?
That was probably, in the whole thing, the least scariest part of the whole film for me, was her going like, what did she remind me, you got to pay the troll toll. If you want to get in this boy's hole, you got to pay the troll.
Oh my god! Yes.
That's why I saw like Danny DeVito jumping off the top rope, Garbage Man /
I think with that though, if they had left it a bit more mysterious, but they show her and then they push zoom straight in, so you're like, yeah, this is your ghost. This is who you were scared of now.
Another Sam Raimi shot.
But Sam Raimi does it effectively. I will not have you besmirch his good name.
Hey, but it is a shot, just not done as well as him.
But another shot like that, when the she made me do it, MAID scene with the maid who just walked around, she made me do it.
Clever.
I don't think that was intentional.
But there's an effective jump scheme, but they cut to, again, just her walking towards the camera really quickly, and it just seems unnecessary. She made me do it. MAID. But it could have been more effective if it was just that wide shot of him in the room through the doorway. They didn't have to. We understand the ghost is coming towards him, James Wan. You don't then need to have just the ghost walking towards the camera for no reason.
If they'd revealed Bathsheba without having her on top of the wardrobe, but in the middle of the possession when the sheet rips down Lily Taylor's face. I thought that was a very effective reveal. If they'd used that as the reveal, it'd be amazing. Because the look of horror on everyone's face, like, oh shit, she's transformed. That would have been quite an effective reveal. But before that, we've had her hanging about, literally hanging about, floating around, not touching the floor, and jumping off the top rope of the wardrobe.
Oh, giving her the fucking Air Canada, Chris Benoit style, annihilating the whole family.
She did do the float. My favourite floaty of.
It was a good float. I know which one you mean.
Sheba, but Sheba, her throwing up just coming across the face again, just being like, ah.
That kind of steady, stiff movement, very effective again. Not revealing the full face, though, which is what I would have preferred.
Absolutely. Some mystery to it rather than just full on, oh my God, she's jumping from the top rope. My God. But prior to the slobber knocker, when Lorraine is hanging sheets outside Webb.
Oh.
How did you feel about that? Because that is great. When the sheet blows off the line and catches the shape of someone in the wind, tell us how you felt.
I had a windy sheet in my pants. Genuinely, like, I knew like a storm was kicking off, and then when it just stops there, and you're like, oh, good. Like, truthfully, somewhere I've seen that scene, and I don't know. That has been referenced somewhere before. We've
mentioned it in. Well, we've mentioned something similar. We expected to happen in one of the previous films. I can't remember which it is.
The Keith changing the bed sheets in Barbarian.
Oh,
Keith
right.
changing the bed sheets.
Yeah,
that was it. We thought that was going to happen there, and I had to bite my tongue because I knew this film was coming up, and I was like, "Oh, there's a really good one coming up in another film we're going to watch."
Yeah, and then it slams up to the window and then just drops, and then it's a person. It's all
that didn't need to
very
happen.
effective.
Just keep it as that.
Yeah. Another thing that creeped me out was obviously, and it is one of those tense moments they build upon, is the music toy box with the mirror.
Yeah.
And because it's the end of the film as well, that is the final scene where they're in, Warren now has his souvenir from fixing that job up good, and then it's spinning and you're just staring into the mirror waiting to see the little boy dressed in his little black and white outfit.
Oh, Rory. So a couple of cool things about that music box. First of all, it's got that aged, tarnished, battered look that the Annabelle doll has. So it's a nice little reflection of that. But in the music box itself, there's two really nice calls to other James Wan properties. Because the spiral on the mirror is the same spiral that Billy the doll from Saw has on his cheeks. And the clown popping up and down is a reference to a film called Dead Silence, which is a ventriloquist ghost movie he does, or did, he's not still doing it, that has a clown puppet in there that looks very similar to the clown that's bobbing up and down. And when the girl is floating in the lake, Aquaman.
But that is fucking sick. I love it when films reference them, like other films that they to do with part of their own. Shut up.
Well, speaking of, there is a wide shot in Aquaman of the seabed, and you see all detritus on the sea, and the Annabelle doll can be seen resting on the bottom of the ocean.
Fuck off.
No, it's true. Yeah, it is in there. So technically, she's part of the DCEU.
Technically, she's the best part of the DCEU.
I actually have a list of all the films in the Conjuring series, or, sorry, probably the Warren Extended Universe of films. Shall I take you through them and you can guess which ones aren't the real title?
Right.
Some of these auto-corrected thanks to my phone being old and shit. Some of them, I think I'm funny.
If there's a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
One fun fact, very little Yu-Gi-Oh.
So the Conjuring movies have the main Conjuring continuity, but then there are spin-off movies based off demons and monsters that have appeared in Conjuring movies.
Was one of them Long Island? Because that's where they mention at the end.
That reference there is to the Amityville horror.
There you go, thank you. I noticed that. I was waiting.
They've never made a film with the Warren. The James Wan universe has never done that. The last one I saw was the Ryan Reynolds one. In fact, while we were watching this, my wife was talking about the Amityville films. Like, yeah, I've only seen the Ryan Reynolds one, and she was very shocked by that. And as am I. Which one's the good one of the Amityville horror films?
Oh, I think number 19.
Was he in it, though? Did he have a character?
Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
No, Warren, man, Ed Warren.
No.
And
Not that I'm aware of, I don't think so.
The Warrens popularised the idea of the Amityville haunting. Don't know if you know the story of it, but in a nutshell, Ron DeFeo, a spoilt rich kid with a heroin issue, killed his entire family with a shotgun, went to jail. The Lutz family, or the Letts family, Lutz maybe, bought it, moved out after a short period of time because of spooky activity, and the Warrens, as they do, globbed onto it and went, oh yes, very real, very haunted, demons, Christ compels you, let's make money. Help them write the book, spawn the fucking franchise, fuck the Warrens.
Go on, let's see what films you have come up with and what he's actually called them then.
So we've got The Conjuring, which was very nearly on my phone, The Bonjuring, but I was taking it seriously at the time.
The Ouija board.
The Ouija. Annabelle, and then we have The Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creationism, The Nun, The Curse of La Llorona, Annabelle Cumjar, The Conjuring, The Devil vs. Prada, The Nun 2, and then The Conjuring Women's Rights, which came out last year. So which ones do you think were real and which ones were fake there, Webs?
You know, I hope that, well, I don't know Annabelle Cumjar is. Fuck me.
That's more of a Reddit thing, I guess.
Yeah. The Conjuring, The Nun.
Yep.
La Llorona.
Oh. Annabelle?
Annabelle is a real film, yes.
The Nun 2.
The Nun 2 is a real film.
The Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring 2 is a real film.
What was the one in the middle that sounded like some lizard?
The Curse of La Llorona.
The Curse of La Llorona.
That one.
That is... I've seen it. I don't remember being impressed with it. It's a real film. That's a real film.
Is it technically in universe?
It is in universe, yeah, but I don't think there's as strong a link as the other films have to it. I've seen it once. I don't remember that well. I wasn't that impressed.
The last one, women's rights.
Women's rights, yes, you're right, Webbs. Women's rights aren't real. Well done. Bastard. In fact, speaking of Annabelle, did you like the dumb fucking side quest they went on to build more kind of hype around her? When the Warrens went home with the daughter, she's had fuck all to do with this whole thing so far, but they've had to like insert a bit of Warren side quest in there.
Oh,
you enjoy that? So we've got to get home. Yeah, the lockets.
There was a locket connection. Oh, yeah. Zach looks really unhappy.
Did it annoy you as much as it annoyed me?
I just love that they were like, you know what this film needs? Sequel bait.
A whole sequence. It's not even just a little flash at the end.
They just had the beginning where they were showing the Annabelle story and that set up the Warrens, and then they just did the story of the Perron family. Great. But the fact that there's just this whole sequence like, Judy's in the river, and that means Annabelle's got her. Also, right, fucking, oh, this really annoyed me. If you are paranormal investigators with an entire room of haunted memorabilia, including a haunted samurai, the most dangerous of ghosts, and you are going away on a work expedition, why would you let your daughter stay in the house? Nan's there looking after her. I'm sure Nan's got a fucking house. She's not a vagrant. Go stay at Nan's.
Yeah.
Exactly, for fuck's sake. But don't forget, they have a priest come by every week. Priests are pretty fucking busy lying to their congregation. They should be, like... I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit too anti-religion there, but...
Talking about anti-religion, one of the fucking dumbest things in this is when they were saying, when the Warrens first turn up at the house, and they're talking about... What happens? Tell us about the haunting. And the dad, Ron Livingston, says there's a knock each night on the door. And they say 3 times. And they're like, yeah. And he went, 3 times. It's an insult to the Trinity.
They do that earlier on when Annabelle knocks him freeze as well. Well, at the door, you know, like when she comes back in the original, she knocks him freeze. That was bang, bang, bang.
Ah, look at you noticing things again.
Well, it was fucking scary, all right? I know. This is me educated me to know what to look for. By the way, this is not a good thing because if I start hearing these things, I've already expressed my opinion on nights where I've been like hearing more than I usually would.
You know I'm going to be knocking your door like that next time around yours.
Well, as long as you're fucking naked, I don't care. What we said on our wedding night, can we do it again?
Yeah.
Oh, God. The fucking Warrens. The glazing of these two. I don't even use that word very often, but they are glazed like a fucking donut in this film.
Problem is, I hate the Warrens, but Patrick Wilson and Via Farmiga have a unbelievable chemistry. If they just changed the names and had them as original characters, they would be fucking iconic. But it's the fact that, right, Webborn, just to give you an idea of the actual fucking escapades of the Warren family.
Did they write the script, sorry?
They consulted on. If
Okay.
you throw your mind back to the scene where they are doing the second lecture where Lily Taylor is there, there's a wide shot and you see a fucking toad in a wig of a little old lady in the front. That's Lorraine Warren.
Oh, no way.
But to give you an idea of, as I was going to say, what the MO of the Warrens did before they hit it big as America's paranormal researchers, Ed was a failed artist. And like all good failed artists, they would drive around, he would look at a house, paint it, but paint a ghost into the picture. They would knock on the door and go, "House is haunted, love. Do you want to buy a painting?" And that's how they genuinely would insinuate themselves into people's lives.
And his wife, she drove around Toad Hall in Toad Hall car, whatever it is.
There we go. It only took 8 episodes to get a Wind in the Willows reference.
Excellent. I got to say, when I first saw this film, it wasn't just from my mate's recommendation. I heard it was about the Warrens, and I knew a little bit in passing about them. And as soon as I heard him talk about the 3 knocks, that's to insult the Trinity. I was going to say the trilogy then. But
The Matrix.
The Matrix trilogy, yeah, the
You're
first
the
one.
biggest Lord of the Rings fan I know.
Yeah,
You've trilogy, The Matrix. With 4 movies.
We don't count the 4th. We barely count the 2 and the 3.
I've never seen the 4th one.
I have, and I don't remember anything about it, so that's not a good sign.
He was a rabbit, and then he wasn't a rabbit.
That's that's Peter Rabbit. There we are. We got another reference. Wind of the Willows. Now we got Peter Rabbit.
And then we had this small little bear wearing a blue coat and a red hat, and he got a lovely film, which is Paddington.
I haven't seen those films, but I've heard they're actually fucking
Genuinely,
brilliant.
I've heard nothing but good things about those movies.
And you both haven't seen them?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with both of you?
Does anybody get killed with a chainsaw?
Maybe an axe.
Someone nearly dies via marmalade?
Cool, yeah, I'm in.
There we are. Sorted. Isn't that in the 3rd Saw film? Oh, no, it's wrecked at pigs, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't believe you guys haven't seen Paddington. That's some whole hearty fun.
You know what I can't believe is that Ed has spent his entire life as the only non-clergy sanctioned demonologist in the Catholic Church. He has battled demons, samurais, haunted dolls, but in this movie goes out of his way to say, "I don't believe in vampires."
Yes!
Yeah, that was a bit of a...
What are the fucking rules, Ed? What are the fucking rules?
It's fucking crazy that this whole film, his depiction is, "I can't leave you, Lorraine, but I have to be the psychic there."
Lorraine's favourite scene for me is when she puts her hand through the floor onto the possessed mum and just screams, "This is your daughter! You can't give in!"
Cut to the green screen of them on a beach, quick.
Oh, that fucking really annoyed me when she was like, it's like looking through a window into the lives of other people. Basically, Lorraine's whole clairvoyance is nothing but plot armor in this movie. The only reason she can psychically see all these things is just so that they can get their fucking way out of corners in the story.
Corners and dungeons underneath the house.
We haven't talked enough about Rory, to be honest. Talk about dungeons. Can we talk about the creepy little boy in the walls?
Oh, American houses.
Stay away from me.
American houses!
We're a bunch of Welsh boys. We live in houses built of stone and brick, and Americans live in weird, thinly built wooden houses with crawl spaces. And that's something I've never really got, like the crawl space.
We don't have the climate for it.
We don't need the climate for it, because we build them out of stuff that lasts.
I want a crawl space. Actually, I got a chill by saying that. No, I don't want that. Oh,
You don't want a creep place where Bathsheba's scuttling about, dragging kids in
and
there.
Rory with his little bowl haircut in there.
This is where we hide.
This is where we hide.
I couldn't help making jokes throughout the film to the wife, because obviously I've seen it a few times. Getting the black light out. Come everywhere.
So as a podcaster, which I'm calling myself now we're 8 episodes in, I'm a podcaster.
Fucking ego in this guy.
The scariest thing about this whole goddamn movie is the audio issues that Ed comes up against when he tries to record his spooky little podcast.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So he sits down, he goes, "Hi, welcome to Edcast, sponsored by Acast, and this week we're going to talk to the parents about their fucking ghosts. Tell me about your fucking ghosts." And she goes, "Oh, your fucking ghosts!" And then he listens back, and there's no one to be heard. First of all, get a second microphone, because this would be really awkward to do if we were all sharing a mic, given the miles between our houses. But second of all, just don't. I'm just so upset. This film is... I went in with such a clear mind and empty heart, being like, it's beautifully shot. There's some great, genuine, tense moments. There's just the cultural standpoint that this is a lot of people's gateway horrors. Like, anyone who's born around 2000, this is the film that probably turned them on to horror movies and made lifelong fans of the genre. But fucking hell, when it comes to discussing it, I am just so angry.
The level of technology they've got in this film as well. It's... obviously, they're rich as fuck, the Warrens, from their ill-gotten gains. But, like you say, he could have bought a second microphone rather than several black lights in the 70s.
Are we saying this? Yeah, we're saying this is the 70s. Like,
it's 1971.
Would you have 2 microphones?
Yeah, that's a good point. There was only one microphone in the 1970s. I forgot about that. They had to share it, and that's why no good music was recorded in the 1970s.
Where is this house?
Oh, fucking La La Land.
La La Land.
This is actually all based on a true story. There's a lot of actual historical recording of things. Bathsheba was a real person, didn't kill her fucking kid, was accused of a witch, found innocent, lived a good long life until the age of 93. Didn't fucking chuck herself off a tree.
Parents did move into the house, did have some spooky hauntings. The Warrens turned up twice. They did a quick seance with the mum in the basement, and then they did nothing but brag about this and the Enfield haunting and the Amityville haunting and the Annabelle haunting for the rest of their greasy little grubby fucking days, and they did nothing but exploit the fears and faith of vulnerable people for their own fucking gains. Oh, I hate the Warrens so much.
Were they part of the Enfield haunting in London as well?
No, The Conjuring 2 is about it. They turned up fucking once, and then they made a whole fucking movie about how they were the saviors of the day.
Oh, no way. Same cast as well?
No, well, yeah, same casting for the Warrens. Yeah,
the Warrens are the
they
same.
They moved the same family into a place in London.
Fuck, these
Lily
guys
Taylor
are
going,
fucked.
"Hello, Governor, I've got another ghost."
Uncle Bill.
Okay.
We'll get to that film next, though. Well,
We're going to have to do the whole franchise, aren't we?
Yeah. I haven't even seen the whole franchise. I've seen the second Conjuring, which I quite like. There's some fucking moments of that, but we'll talk about it when we come to it. And I think I've seen the third one, but I don't remember much
So
about it.
Annabelle comes off.
Annabelle Cumjar, I'll have you know.
As I said earlier, this is teaching me more. Like, the last film taught me how to deal with an exorcism. This mum being exorcised, she was nicely tied and gagged to the chair. When the witch was coming through her after spewing blood, that wasn't a very nice thing to watch.
Gunky mum, though. She got gunky under that blanket.
She got gunky.
The witch was a mum, right? And she sacrificed her own baby.
Yes, and then she said, "I love Satan," and hung herself.
So, yeah, she could be a gunky mum. Is blood gunky?
Depends on the blood.
If you leave it out long enough, yeah. It's nice and gummy.
Gummy blood.
That whole exorcism had nothing on the last one, obviously.
On The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I'd hope The Exorcist holds its own against this one. But I did like the chair lifting off the floor slowly and very still.
Yeah.
That was like a nice... I think that was a nod back to The Exorcist when the bed rises up.
So that is based off an account of, I can't remember which parent-daughter, but when the Warrens turned up and did their seance, I think it was April, said that she snuck into the basement and saw her mum talking in tongues and levitating off the floor. So that is technically a nod to a quote-unquote actual part of the Warrens' involvement in the parent haunting, if you believe that sort of thing.
Mr. Warren, P.I. Exorcist.
How can you trust a man to vanquish evil from a family home if he can't remember to put sugar in his wife's cuppa.
What, did he fuck up her tea, or did she didn't know?
There's an earlier shot where he gives her a cuppa and she takes a sip and grimaces and he goes, forgot the sugar. And she looks at him like, every time, Ed. And I know it's meant to be like building up, they've got history, but it's like, fucking, how's he going to remember exorcism rites if he can't remember the fucking candrel?
History, they're fucking married. If I got my wife's tea wrong, I think she'd divorce me. You gotta know these things. It's basic, that's day one shit.
Shout out to the Catholic Church, though. They go to see a priest to talk about getting an ordained exorcism, and the priest goes, whoa, I'm not helping them. They're not members of the church. Very godly of you.
There's another thing I turned to the wife saying with this one, is like, when he gets all the information, he's like, I'll push it through myself. I was like, isn't that what he came here to get you to do anyway? To push it through, you fucking monk.
That's Two Bastardly Men.
That is Two Bastardly Men.
A series? It's a series, or it's free?
Ed counts as 5.
I don't know. We have the involvement of a local Catholic priest all the way through to the Vatican, because at the end, Lorraine does say, Vatican approved the exorcism. So, by the involvement of the Catholic Church, we have an entire series of Bastardly Men.
A diocese of dickheads, you might call them.
Saviours of the day.
I did like that late in this film, during the exorcism, we actually get a birdemic.
Yes, yeah. I was going to make a birdemic joke on that. Brilliant. The shock and awe was palpable.
So anything else, before we jump into rating, reviewing, and looking at next week's movie, is there anything else we want to touch on this absolute fucking wobbler of a movie? Actually, saying that, I've got one more note. When they capture the proof for the exorcism, the scene where Nancy starts getting dragged around the floor like the Real Housewives of Massachusetts. Handful of hair, whipped back and forth like she's Will Smith's daughter.
The solution, cut the hair.
Absolutely.
In with the scissors, fuck that.
I'll whip my hair back. Oh, you bastard, I haven't thought that in a long time.
I do love this supernatural witch, Satan-loving entity, Bathsheba, dragging her about by the hair, cut the hair. I'll just leave her go then. There's only that bit of hair I was grabbing. Shit.
Oh, you got me this time.
Oh.
Scissors.
Scissors, mate. I was rock. I was rock. But you made me paper, you scissors bastard.
Webborn, did you watch the post-credit scene as well?
Which?
That's the bit where Yu-Gi-Oh shows up at the end and starts playing cards with the devil.
No, there is actually a post-credit scene where you get introduced to a secret ghost, Bathsheba's sister, Shower Sheba.
Okay, thank you for finishing that, because I was like, I didn't watch the end. Was there one after the...
I genuinely turned off before I think they stopped talking, to be honest.
Well, actually, there were a number of sisters to Bathsheba. A math Sheba, perhaps.
B-Day Sheba. DJ Lethal from Limp Bizkit.
I don't know why DJ Lethal was there. He was just hanging about for the weekend.
Right, there we go. We started talking about Limp Bizkit. That's normally a good sign that it's to stop talking about the movie and move swiftly on to rating and reviewing. So as we do each week, we will take it in turns. Willy, Grizz, then me, rating the film on 2 factors, scares and overall enjoyment, each getting a score out of 10. Mr. William Webborn, the floor is yours.
So this film, I think one of the key things for scaring me was the noises throughout this film, and like the subtle movements of like doors, and it was, as you say, a lot of it was jump scares, but the noises just scared the shit out of me in this film. And so rating for scariness, for me, this is probably up there. This is like, I can't even think what I've rated other things, so I'm just going to go 8. I was fucking scared.
Yeah, well, again,
first half of the film more than the second half of the film. Once the Warrens got involved, it was just a bit of silliness. But the first part, where it was genuinely a haunted house, that was fucking horrible. And Annabelle.
See, that's your kryptonite, though. I think haunted houses we've found so far to be what gets you the most.
One episode, us 3 will go on a ghost train, we'll take a microphone, just record me in the middle of if it's a free person one, I'm in the middle of you two, and just I'll just be pinned in there because I'll feel safe.
Literally just be 45 minutes of...
I don't like the ghost trains, no. And then enjoyment of this film. Is it bad? I enjoyed it because it actually was very tense and scary.
He's coming round. That's the reason for this. We're converting him. It's working.
So I'm going to... Oh, no, I don't... I'm going to give it a 7 of how much I enjoyed that film, because I was just like... I enjoyed the first half of the film. How can I give it such a good rating? It's because I was scared. I'm giving it a rating on...
Yeah, no, but...
It actually...
This is your rating, yeah. You don't have to justify it.
Yeah.
Well, you do. That's the whole point of the podcast. But, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a 7.
I enjoyed that film, and it was the one that made most sense to me. How does that make sense?
The Warrens make the most sense.
No, fuck them.
That's how they get
the
you.
idea of what scares me was everything happening in the first half of that film.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
That was fucking horrible.
Grizzly, over to you. What do you think in terms of scares and overall movie enjoyment?
The first time I watched it, I wasn't impressed. I thought it was pretty run-of-the-mill. Rewatching it, really focusing on it like this time, I think they did a really good job. There's some really, really effective scares in there. Not just the jump scares, but the tension, not tenseness, you fuckers.
I didn't say a fucking thing.
You smiled. I saw it in your face. The tension, them looking over at the corner of the room when there's nothing there, just the darkness. Just
imagine
the reveal of Bathsheba's face.
But imagine just looking over in the middle of the night. You just had your leg pulled, and there is Justin Hawkins.
Fuck off. Different. Feel okay. Feel safe.
I'm giving it for scares. I'm going to give it a 6 because it did well. It was a good couple of good scares in there. Jump scares I don't rate highly. I think it's cheap. I think it's overdone, but they did it well in this one. Enjoyment. Yeah, I'm going to go with a 6 for this one, because I did enjoy it on this watch, especially, like, paying attention more, looking for more things to talk about specifically. Yeah, I'll go with a 6 for this one.
That's pretty good rating, to be honest.
This is probably
higher than I expected to give it, if I'm honest with you, because I wasn't expecting to rate this one very highly at all.
So, for myself, in terms of scares, again, going into it being of the mindset that, it's just a jump scare factory, I don't think... When I first watched it, I allowed myself to really soak it in because I was just waiting, build up, bang. But there are some really nice, spooky, effective set pieces. I can't say it particularly scared me, but I can understand how it would really get under people's skin. So I'm going to give it a 5 in terms of scares. It didn't get me, but I fully understand that it can be very scary to other people.
Yes.
And in terms of movie enjoyment, hats off. It's beautifully shot. I love the shaky cam aesthetic. It feels really immersive. James Wan has a really nice shot he tends to do in his films of a wide shot following a character, normally down like dramatic hallways, which are always really engrossing and sucks you in. The score was fucking great. Some really shrieky, just classic horror strings. But it's also a film about the fucking Warrens, and that really fucking sucks me out of it. So I'm going 5 and 5 on this one. It's as neutral as I possibly could be on a horror movie.
It is the neutral milk hotel of films. Fair enough.
So we've rated, we've reviewed, we've got our feelings out in the air. Is there anything you boys want to either promote, plug, or just recommend to each other as friends or to the listening audience?
You go first, Webbs.
Oh, fuck. Birds.
Brilliant.
So I want everyone to set up bird feeders, feed those little birds. I bought loads of bird feeders for my window. I got them in my garden, and seeing all the little birds come and feed is glorious. So everyone, birds.
He's always full of like nice, helpful advice, isn't he? Last week it was like help your mental health. This week it's birds. You're probably going for fucking Spider-Man 2 again, aren't you?
Me to the punch.
I could see it in your face. I knew what you were up to.
Chris, anything you want to plug?
I've discovered a band recently I quite like called Moontooth. Very strange. Check them out. Pretty good. Kind of a blues, jazz, metal fusion. Just weird shit. I like a bit of that.
Moon Tooth.
Moon Tooth. I'll check you a link later.
I will actually buck tradition and plug a
Spider-Man 3.
non-horror movie. I watched Anora from 2024 the other day, the film that got Mikey Madsen her Oscar. What a fucking great movie. I thoroughly fucking enjoyed it. Go check it out if you want something non-horror, but thoroughly fucking engrossing. And also Spider-Man 2.
I'd fucking do it.
What console?
Anora, I watched it on the PS5.
No, Spider-Man.
Also on the PS5.
Thanks.
On the I all this time I've been thinking you're talking about the classic Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's
1.
what I thought he was probably on about.
Oh, fuck no. That's why I keep saying Marvel
You've
Spider-Man
disappointed
2 on the PS5. I'm pretty sure I've worded it that way every time.
Can we play Joan Loma Rugby? I'm really good at that.
That's been a while.
I'm really
fucking
good at that
hell.
game.
Now, Mr. Grizzly, if you will, spin that mighty movie wheel of doom and let us know what cinematic treat we are subjecting our whimpering little wuss to next week.
Spinning away. I just realised I hadn't added my replacement last week, so we could have had the Conjuring again.
Yes! That's the law, though. If that happens, we'd have to do it.
Fuck, Jesus.
If I fuck up, we all fuck
Oh,
up.
my God.
Well, Zach, good news. It's one of your picks. Terrifier.
Yeah, boy!
Is this spiky head? All right, go on, ask me what it is then.
All right, what do you think Terrifier is? I'll make a note of this.
It's spiky head, motherfucker.
Spiky head motherfucker.
Is it your wife's
Excellent.
favourite? Does she love Terrifier, Zach?
You can't ask questions. You got to let us know. You can't. Spiky head motherfucker. What does he get up to?
I have no idea what he does. I assume he kills.
Spiky head motherfucker kills. There we go. We will.
Assumingly kills.
Spiky head motherfucker assumingly kills. Wonderbar. Great. Fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to it. Only because any opportunity to watch that movie is going to be a treat.
What is it?
Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Wait.
I'm looking forward. I've got stuff to say about this film.
All right, bye.